Hello, my name is Nilaji Paul and I am from the Code channel. So welcome back to my channel. Uh, it's been long time no see you guys. Okay, I just start today the list topic. Okay, so in Python there is many types of object class objects in there and one of them is list. So what is list actually? So list is the class type of object where we can store multiple data, or rather said it's object, because all things in the Python is an object and a data types. Okay, like if we stuck what we stored in a list, there it is, because like int, float, string and boolean values, we stored the int values, float values, string values, and as well as the boolean values. Okay, we'll go for the online compiler. You can see here I just wrote something that is called I wrote a list. First of all, I wrote a list, and the name of the list is LST. You name as you can want, as you want. So in my case, I just named the thing is LST, which is of type a list. In that particular thing, you see there in the many coding or many anywhere in the coding, you not similar or not familiar with that thing, because it's a very unique thing. So it is called type inference, because we know Python is inbuilt functions are theirs and inbuilt libraries are there, but it's a very dynamic language. But after that, we try to build something in an organic way. Like if we write this way, it's a very good. No, it's a very well enough to what kind of data it is, what kind of data type I want to write. It's a very good approach. So that's why I just mentioning the type inference, that LST is a type inference of a list. So you see there's a third bracket according to the mathematical term, and there's a some elements are there, and the first element is 1. If you want to write that one, it's 2. Okay, so 2 is an integer. Okay, as I say, that list holds many data types like int, float, strings, boolean values. So you see there's a first element is list, and then the string, and then the float, and then the boolean value. Okay, so that how we can store multiple data types. Okay, then if we want to print the list, how can we do? We do that by using the print function that shows the list, and print and fast braces and fast braces close, open and close, and then there is a name of the list, that is LST, and then print. Run the code and see the list is shown there. The output is very clear to Apple 1.732 and the true. The Boolean value is as per the shown. Okay, so in the list, why we learn the list. So basically, list is a very important thing in our Python language specifically. So in list, we can also store a multiple class objects like dictionary, set, and tuples. Uh, we do it in the later. We will do the later the parts that dictionary, set, and tuples. First of all, we just want to remember that the list is a thing that a list is a class of object that hold another class of objects like dictionary, set, and tuples. And then list has the indexing starting from the zeroth index. What is the actual hack of this? Okay, then go for the next para. Okay, print. Okay, print like lst the name of the list and go for the indexing. If I want to print the only two element, the first element, then we like we approach like that. Okay, and then you if you run, okay, then you see what is the actual output is there, the two. Okay, and that's how we can do anything in the list, and we can display outputs what you actually needed. So if we want this, the yes, that is first. Uh, First of all, list is a mutable, so we can change the values also. I will go for the later version in my video that we can also change the values. And first of all, we can display the elements inside the list by indexing like lst as third braces or third braces close, and there is a first index. Here I just mentioning that we start the indexing for the from the zeroth index, like the first element is recorded as a zeroth element, and the next two very next one is a oneth element, means first element, and then second, and then third. If we want to print the last element, that is print lst 3, then print, yes, that is, if you want to display the last element, then you use that because it start from 0 and ends with 3, because we have a 4 element, so 0 1 2 3, there is a 4 elements. Okay, I think I am clear to you, all of you guys. So it's a very clear things. Okay, why just I just want to print st, and then it's a 2. Let's run it once again, and then the actual output is here. Okay, that's how we can display all the elements or particular elements. If we want to display all the elements for once, then we use the loop like for I or index in range, like not range, just lst, yes, then trend lst index. If we write this, what is the output? It's a type error. Okay, okay. I just write that index, then I just run it. Yes, that is. Go for the command. Okay, just run so once again. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's see what is the actual meaning of that line. Here I just wrote the line for index in list. So how the for loop actually works? So index as a iterator, like it acts like a iterator. So index is go for the list, and then here is the list. So index, first of all, index go for the list, and checking the values like and display the values by the statement. Okay, So I just told you that for is a loop. We use another languages, as well as we can use the for loop like another languages. So for by for loop, the index goes for the whole list. So first of all, the index go for the first element like 2, and then print it. Here it is the clear view of the output, and then it goes for the next element, that is apple, and it shows the output, and then its goes index goes for the next element 1.732, and then it also shows the 1.732, and then the last for the list element in the last, there is the output, there is 2. Okay, so how the that's how the for loop works. Okay, so in that way we can display all the elements in a one frame. Okay, if we just comment out the whole thing and just run the code, yes, that's it. Is index goes for the list lst, and it shows the on one after another elements in the list. Okay, so we done it here. So let's see what is the actual properties of the list, what is the other properties in the list, how the list is mutable. So go for the visual code, and there's a lots of thing to show here. You see how the list is working. So comment out first. First of all, go for the first one. Okay, okay, okay. Here we see that merging of two lists. Okay, so merging of two lists means we want to something like if we that a water, okay, but a bottle of water and some sugars are there. If we implement those things together, then it becomes a mixer like that. If we take a list like a equal to 10, 20, 30, and b equal to 40, 50, and 60, the two different lists. Okay, so I want to merge them to a new list which contains the both list elements like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60 in a one list. So that's why I just write that c equal to, because c is a, I want to store in a new list, that names I just named it as a c. If you want to change the name, then you can also do it. So c equal to a plus b. So A is a list which contains three elements, and B which contains also the three elements. That how we can join two lists to form a new list, and then print the C. Okay, let's see what is the actual output is there. Okay, run the code, run the dedicated file. Here it is. As I say, you see the two lists merging to a new list like it 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50, and 60, and it merges where it in the C. Okay, okay. If you want to know about what is the actual memory address of the A and B and C, you can do by the id function. Like if we like print id of C, then what is the output actually? There it is, the memory address of the C. Okay, because each object of Python or in the program shares distinct memory address. So that's why A has a different memory address, B has a different address, and C has a different address. So comment out this line. We just learn how to merge two, three, four multiple list in a one list. So that's how we can do the process. Okay, then go for the next topic, that is conversion of a string tuple set in a list by using the list. As I say, just before the class, just starting the class, that list holds any class objects like dictionary, tuple, set, but we can also uses this function, list function. We can what I say, just transforming the class object into a list. Means if I just comment out the thing. Okay, so there's a sorry for that. Okay, just fix it. Yes, that's it. Okay, so you see, there is a Africa. Africa is in string. So I want to change the string into a list. So how can I do this? Okay, first of all, I comment out those things which was already be done. Okay. Okay. So I is an object. So here I just stored a string, but I want to change the string into a list. So that's why I just use the list function. Here is just I comment out something. Here the Africa is a string, and using the list function it is converted. It is converted into a list. So let's see what is the actual coding look. It's okay. Okay, there it is. You see how it look like. It's a it's a different string, F is a different string, R is a different string, I is a different string, C is a different string. So all the letters in the word Africa is being separated by the list property, because list separates all the things here, and it makes a list. So that's how we can change any class object to a list by using the list function. Okay, so that's how we can do. Okay, okay, then go for the next. It's a cloning. So how can the cloning of two list? Okay, then first of all, comment out those line. Okay, so let's see how the cloning actually works in the list. So list 1 contains some elements, like 5 elements. So 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Then list 2, it's a empty list. It's an empty list. Why it's an empty? Because it's I want to clone the list 1 into list 2. That's why the list 2 is an empty list. Okay, so how can we do that? As I say, we can merge the two lists by adding, just simply adding those two lists. So I just wrote this line, that list 2 equal to list 1 plus list 2. What is the behind the scene? What is actual the scene is, uh, want to say that list 2 is empty. Okay, so list 1 is a full of 5 which contains 5 elements, and list 2 is empty. So after merging those two lists, the list 2 is becomes that list. I think it's clear to all, because I just explained the how can we merge two lists, and by this method we can merge the two lists, list 1 and list 2, into list 2. Then the list 2 will be updated. Okay, then print list 1, then print list 2, and those two are same. But my question is that, is there is their ID is same or not? List 1 and list 2, is the ID of the list 1 and list 2 are same or not? Is it same? Then comment. Or is it not? Then comment. Okay. So list 1 0. I just want to change the some values in a list 1. So I just wrote that list 1 index 0 means which element? It's 10. So I want to change the 10. Okay, so I just update the value and 10 to 100. So what do you think about that? Is it change? Uh, it will change the list one obviously, but is it change in list two also? Okay, that was for you guys. If yes, what is the output? If no, what is the output? Okay, then we go for the another thing. Okay, comment out those things. Okay, searching in a list. How can you search the in a list? So let's comment out those things. Let's comment out. Okay, so list one contains some elements. Okay, if if we want to search a number or an element in a list, we can use in. In is a membership operator. As I just write down that search any element in the list using the in membership operator. Using the in membership operator. So in is a membership operator. So how can I do that? That I want to just search the thing what I actually want to search. So I just store the data what I actually found in an object. So that's why I just mentioning the object that res, and then I just wrote down what is my actual what is my element in a list I want to search. That's why I just wrote down that list one and three means one, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Find I just want to found I just want to find the 40. That's why I just wrote down that 40 in the background of this line is that 40 in list 1. It's questioning us that 40 in list 1. Is it true or not? Yes, it is true. If it's not true, then it shows the error. That's why I just wrote down the membership operator. That list 1 3 means the 40. Is the 40 in the list or not? Yes, it is. If it is true, then it shows the value. It displays. Let's see what is the actually thing. Yes, it's true. It's true. It shows the Boolean value, as I said, that race is storing the actual value, means the true or false value, means is it true or is it false? Is it is it in the list or not? If it is there, then print yeah true. If it's not in the list, then it's false. Like if we wrote this line like 90 in a list, then what is the actual output? It's a false. As I said, 90 in the list 1, so 90 is not in the list 1. So that's why the compiler gives us the false as an output. So that's how the in membership operator working, and that's how we can search an element in a list. So I think it's a very clear, crystal clear. Then go for the next. Okay, comparison of two lists. So how can we compare two lists? Okay, let's talk about things. First of all, comment out those. Okay, comparison. It is possible to compare the contents of two lists. Comparison is done item by item till there is a mismatch. Okay, what is the actual hack of that? Okay, I just wrote two lists with some elements. Like first list A contains 1, 2, 3, and 4, and on the other hand B contains 1, 2, and 5. Okay, very good. Then I want to print A less than 5. What is the actual result of that particular line? First of all, think about it. How it working? So in a list, particularly list, it works index by index because list has an indexing. So it compares index by index. How it works actually? So 1 is less than 1. Is it true or false? So 1 is equals to 1. So it prints false. 2 equals to 2. It also false. But here is the catch. 3 less than 5. Yes, it is. So that's why the here I just write down here the first check the first element in both the list, and then when it comes to the third element then 3 less than 5. That's why print A less than B shows the result as true. Okay, look at the thing. Okay, there is a true because the if any of the element in the list shows the particular condition or follow the condition as I wrote down in the print statement, if any uh, of the two list any element of the two lists are follows the conditions, then it shows the true result. It likes a odd statement means uh, if it is means if I go for the odd statement, that things or that things, like any of any of them. So that's how it works. So So here I just see that 3 is less than 5. It's obviously true. That's why the whole statement or whole statement is showing the output as a true. Okay. Okay. We done the comparison part, comparing part. So comment out those things and some of the list. There is another important thing that I want to tell you, that if we take another list like 10, 20, and 30, if we use the sum function as a, in the print that sum the list, that what is the actual work of the sum function? It goes to the list, whatever the name of the list, and goes for the values. And I just want to say that it just work on int and float, not in the string, not for the another ones. It just happening in the numbers, for the numbers. So if I have a list of integers like there, like here, 10, 20, and 30, so that's why the sum calculate the all elements summations, like 10 and 20 is 30, 30 is 60. Sum of all list elements only the numbers, if we wanted the numbers. And if I want count something, like if I want to count how many times the element appears in the list, here I just wrote down that list equal to 10, 20 and 30. If I want to count how many 20s are there, then use the count function. It uses for in which number element it presents. Like here we want to know 20's position, so we write list dot count and it returns 1 as an output. Okay, so if I want to write down the 20 again, and what is the actual output of that, let's see. Here it is. Because count, forgot the line, I just mistakenly write the line. Okay, I just messed up. Okay, okay. Because 20 in the list appears two times. The first is there and second is there. So you see the summation part, sum function, how it works, it prints 60, as I said. And count is a function that uh, pop up the result of how many times the element appears in the list. So 20 appears two times. If I wrote more 20s in the list, it counts actually. Okay, let's see. Yes, it counts 3 because 20 is 3 times in the list. Okay, let's comment out and go for the next para. How can we sort the list? Okay, so sorting is a very important thing in the list. So it's a big thing. Okay, okay, okay. So we have some elements in a list. So list have 10, 2, 0, 50 and 4. So if I use this function reverse, what is the meaning of the reverse? It means opposite. Means what is which is right, it goes to left. So if we write uses the reverse and print the list, then it reverses the whole list. If I comment out this lines, please, before we jump to the next lines, we just want to see what is the actual result of that line. Okay, so here it is that the the reverse function totally reverse the elements and reverse the orders. Like 4 is the last element in the original list, but after using the reverse function, it shows another thing. It's 4, 50, and then 0, then 2, then 10. That is that how the reverse function actually works. So go for the next one. Okay. Okay, sorting. So list dot sort, using the sort function, we can sort the items. What is the meaning of the sorting? It's an ascending order. Means first it prints the small number and then it prints the bigger number than the previous and then bigger number than the previous and like that, and up to the to the maximum number it can sort it in a ascending order. So if we uh, using the sort and print the list, it will sort the list. That like if we run this code, it firstly shows the 0, then 2, then 4, then 10, then 50, and that's how the sorting is actually works. And if we use the reverse equal to true, what is this? It is using for descending order. If I want to print first the maximum value, then the slightly down value, and then up to the least value of the particular list. So In that particular result, if I want the particular result, then we use reverse equal to true. So how it look like okay, we see that in the two, I took two examples of that. Okay, C for the two. Okay, run the file, distributed file. Okay, I go and purchase one by one. Okay, okay, okay. First of all, I write down the list and using the reverse and print. Okay, and you see that is the reverse order of the list. Okay, after that, I just sorted the list using the function sort and print the list. Here you see what is the sorting actually works, the ascending order. As I said, 0, 2, 4, 10 and 50. And if I want to descending order, we just use the sort method, but just in the phrase braces, we just in the parenthesis, we just write down reverse equal to 2. Okay, that's how we can print the list in the descending order. Here it is, and that's for the same for the next one. And you want to, if we want to see more details about that and about list, please tell me, because after that it's all about the list we can do. But uh, there's many thing about list. There's a list append. How can we append? Okay, I want to see. I'll just show you something. How can append some data like list? If we numbers, we just write down some numbers list. Okay, I'll just 10, 20 and 30 and 40. Okay, first of all, print the number, the list. Okay, after that, I just want to using the for loop for num in numbers and print the num. Okay, so the two of the things is that print numbers, it shows how it actually here. And let's run it, let's run it, let's run it. uh, is this something? It's not. Okay, okay, I just those. Okay, what is the actual hack? Okay, I just got it. Okay, I think now it's good. Okay, so here the numbers is a list. So first of all, the print statement just show what is the actual list formation. There is the list formation. But after that, I just wrote down the for loop. Using the for loop, I just want to write the elements in some orders. Like uh, num is an iterator, goes for the numbers list and prints 10, then 20, then 30, then 40. Okay, and now I just want to show how the append actually work. So I want to numbers dot append. I just want to add 50 in the original list and print numbers. So before I uh, out showing the display, I just want to say that append is a function which add some data or elements in the last of the list, means in the end of the list. Okay, so if I run this, you see the output. First of all, the original list is 10, 20, 30, and 40 for this line. And then I using the for loop, I print the same list in another form like that. Okay, but after that, I using the append method or append function to include the 50 in the list. So I just use the append and then I print the list. Then what is the difference? There is. So 50 added or appended in the list, in the end of the list. In the end of the list, the 50 added. So that's how the append function is works. So today I just ended my class or my video here, but after completing those concepts which I already done today, see the code, see the programming, see the concepts. After that, I just uh, coming back to some more interesting things in the list. How to delete some elements, how to remove elements, how to insert some elements in the middle of the list or in anywhere wherever you want, and how can we slicing the list. That's the next class topic. Okay, so I end my video. I think you enjoy the most. So okay, bye bye.